Hello everyone! Welcome to Ida's Tailoring. This is a very nice suit, but the pants are a little bit too small for my customer, so we are going to let out the sides. I took the measurement of my customer just to be sure that I'm gonna do a more precise job, and I'm gonna compare it to the pants, and then I'm gonna add whatever my customer needs. It seems that she will need 1 inch at the waist, and we're gonna use this fabric which is darker and is kind of on the same family of blue. And we're gonna kind of make like a tuxedo stripe. But the thing is that from this pin down, the pants are perfect for my customer. So whatever I add at the bottom, I have to take it to the pants. The pants are a little bit too long for her too, so we are gonna hem it. And I'm marking the hem with the pin so I can work later on it. I'm gonna move a little bit the pins I put at the knee, at the side, so I can open comfortably the side seams. If you found this video useful, remember to give us a like. I'm gonna start by opening the waistband because I have to insert a swell material at the waistband. So I'm gonna separate the waistband to the pants, and I'm gonna insert the material at the waistband, and I'm gonna insert material at the leg as well. The leg has the chain stitch, and the hem as well has like a kind of blind hem that is a chain stitch too. And this is very easy to open. What you need to do is you cut a little bit of thread, and then you find a loop, you pull it out of the loop and then pull it, and that's it. Hem open. And for the side, it's even a little easier. You just insert the seam ripper under the stitch and pull it, and that's it. Sometimes blue thread is a little bit difficult to match, so I'm kind of keeping the thread from the serger. So now my pants, it's all open, and this is the moment when I'm going to measure to calculate how much material I need to let out. It seems that the hips are around 36, so she might need about 2 inches or so. And I need to measure the thigh. You see, when you measure the hips in pants, you measure a little higher because the area below get confused with the thigh. So it's different, the hip measurement on a skirt than the hip measurement on a pair of pants. Her thigh is around 23 inches and 1/4, and when I don't want to think, I just take the tape and I add everything like that, and that way, you see, I don't need really to think too much. So this is my fabric, and I'm gonna prepare that fabric. I'm gonna use it to the grain of the fabric. It was a good thing that I had like a lot. And let me measure twice and cut once. Okay, I'm just writing down everything. I've been filming and not too very concentrated, and you have to know what you are doing when you do those things. Let me measure it again in a good way. So this is the hips. These pants are a little bit stretched, so I'm gonna just pull it out a little bit to see what she needs. Multiply by 2, and the hips is around 37 inches, but her measurement is 38.5, so she needs about 3/4 inches at each side. For the side, the pant has 23 inches, and her measurement is about 23 inches and 1/4, but you never want the thigh too small, so she needs probably 3/4 inch or so. And the waist of the pant is 28 inches, but she needs about 30 inches, so 1 inch at the sides. So my conclusion is that she needs 1 inch at the sides all down until the knee. So to measure my stripe, I'm gonna take 3/4 inch for seam allowance, 1 inch for the extra, and then 3/4 inch for the other side seam allowance. All at 2.5 inches, and I'm gonna mark 2.5 inches in a few points. That way I make sure that my stripe will be nice and straight, will be all very good. And I'm gonna measure the whole pants because this is like a tuxedo strap. Now that I have my 2 straps, I'm gonna reinforce that material using interfacing. This interfacing will give some body to this strap. this material is a little bit softer than the original pants, so it will be a good thing to have the interfacing. As you can see, I have those rolls of interfacing, and it is not as wide as the stripe, but it's okay in the sense that I'm leaving 3/4 inch for seam allowance, which is more than I needed, so it will be all okay. The next step is to look for the thread. I have two kind of blue and I want to search once. So I'm looking for a thread that can look good with both fabric and one thread that is perfect for sewing. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm just checking all the colors and I think I have my winners. I have these three for the serger and then the small one will be for sewing. And as you can see, the serger look good in both colors, so that was a good choice. Now I'm gonna make a line at 3/4 inch. Remember, I left 3/4 inch seam allowance, one line only in each stripe. And I'm gonna prepare the pants from the knee down. As I wanna keep the knee with the same width, I'm gonna reduce 1/2 inch of each side of the pants for the knee. That way it will be exactly the same size as it is now. That's the tricky part. Sometimes you have to kind of think a little bit in order to do that job well. But even if it takes a little bit more effort, the results will be great. So I measure my 1/2 inch and now I have to connect the top part of the seam allowance with my new seam allowance at 1/2 inch there. And I'm using the ruler that you use to make pants. See? And that's it. What I need to do is soften up that curve and it should be okay. Now that I have my seam line in one side of the pants, I am marking that seam line at the other side as well because I need it at both sides. It's very important. Now I'm gonna sew my pants. I do that 4 times in each piece of the leg. And then I'm going to my sewing machine and I'm going to start to sew my stripe. As you can see, I'm placing together the original seam with the line I did. So while I'm sewing, I have to check that the original seam line of the pants match the line I did to my blue stripe. And I'm pinning while I'm sewing because you don't want the blue stripe to wrinkle. You know, when you sew long pieces of fabric together, usually the machine tends to fit more fabric from the bottom part and then it doesn't look great. After I finish my first one, I'm gonna do my other side, and this is where the directional sewing you cannot really respect because you have to go from the top and the bottom. There's no choice there. Now I'm gonna give you the trick to do that job perfectly. You are going to iron it very well. I like to iron that seam open, and the key here is to mark at 1 inch of the distance of the first stitch. That way, when you sew your second time, you are gonna be sure that you are sewing exactly in the right spot and your stripe will look fantastic. So I'm gonna repeat the same, but now I'm keeping in mind the first fabric I add. So I'm gonna follow the seam allowance. So when I put back the waistband, they will follow one line. See, that is very important. And I'm gonna do the same at the hem. I'm gonna make sure that the hem will be exactly at the same height. And I know that I have to sew from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top, but it's pinned the top and the bottom, so it will be the same side and one side won't be pulling or doing anything. And look at that, it looks really great. I haven't ironed it still and it looks really good. I'm gonna do my second leg and I'm gonna give it a quick check before I iron it. Look at that. Oh wow, it's really good. So I'm ironing it flat and it looks really elegant. And the rest, we have done it before. I'm gonna finish my waistband and I'm gonna measure the width of my waistband and I'm gonna make a stripe of fabric, and then I'm gonna do the same I did before, 3/4 inch for seam allowance, 1 inch for the adding material, and 3/4 inch for a seam allowance at the other side. Iron on a little bit of interfacing and pull them together. I'm gonna put the pin vertical so I don't get confused because this is very rectangular. Now I'm seeing something like the pants originally wasn't really matching, so I have to kind of move a little bit the seam. It makes the job a little trickier, but we will do it. I have to sew my material a little bit off, and whatever I add in one side, we are gonna take it out to the other side. Oops, it's not good. I think I did too much. So I'm gonna correct that, and I'm gonna make sure to try to match it as much as I can. Well, I can do it perfectly, but I don't do many tries if it makes it too difficult. You have to know where you wanna stop. So as I matched the top part, I didn't care too much for the inside. The important thing is that you give everything that you need and then you have to close it. When you are doing the waistband, you have to open enough for you to work comfortably. My colleague finished the hem for me as I was serving some customers, and this is the pant. It looks great. My customer was very happy. Let me know in the comment what you think and give us a like and subscribe. Bye!